Most people think cardio burns fat. They are dead wrong. And the frustrating part, you've probably been wasting hours every week doing exactly what's keeping belly fat stuck. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to show you the one thing that actually works, and you can start it tomorrow morning before breakfast. If you've tried everything, cutting carbs, doing HIIT classes, tracking calories, and that lower belly fat just won't budge, this is for you. I know because I was there. I used to wake up and hammer 45-minute runs before work, thinking I was crushing it. My fitness was going up. My belly fat? Barely moving. It wasn't until I accidentally stumbled onto fasted walking that everything changed. And once I understood the science behind why it works, it made complete sense. By the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to turn your body into a fat-burning machine every single morning, using nothing but your 2 feet and a little bit of strategy. Tip number 5 is the most counterintuitive, and it shocked me. And stick around for tip number 5. It completely goes against everything the fitness world tells you. In fact, it might make you want to argue with me in the comments. I'm ready for it. Okay, let's talk about what's actually happening inside your body while you sleep. Because this is where the magic starts. Think of your body like a car. When you eat carbohydrates, your body converts them into glycogen. That's basically your premium fuel, stored in your liver and muscles. Your body loves burning glycogen. It's easy, it's fast. So whenever glycogen is available, your body will use it first and leave the fat alone. But here's what happens after a full night of fasting, roughly 8 to 10 hours without food. Your glycogen tank runs low. The car is riding on reserve fuel. And when you step outside for a walk in that state, your body has no choice. It has to crack open the fat stores for energy. And not just any fat. We're talking visceral fat. That's the deep abdominal fat packed around your organs, the stubborn kind, the kind that's linked to inflammation and metabolic issues. That fat becomes your fuel. Here's the second piece of the puzzle. Insulin. When you eat, insulin spikes. And high insulin is like a lock on your fat cells. It literally blocks fat from being released. But after an overnight fast, your insulin levels are at their lowest point of the entire day. The lock is off. Fat cells are open and ready to be burned. And then there's cortisol, your body's morning activation hormone. Cortisol peaks naturally in the first hour after waking. In the right context, paired with fasted, low-intensity movement, it actually helps mobilize fat for fuel. Scientists call this the fat oxidation window. It's the period in the morning where the combination of low glycogen, low insulin, and elevated cortisol creates the perfect hormonal environment for your body to burn fat at its highest rate. And fasted walking is the key that opens it. Low-intensity walking keeps you in what's called Zone 2, where your body uses fat as its primary fuel source, not carbs. Push harder and you start burning more glycogen again. Walk at a pace where you can hold a conversation and you stay in the fat-burning zone the entire time. Tip number 1. Walk within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. The fat oxidation window is real, but it's time-sensitive. Once you start eating, insulin rises, and that window begins to close. So your walk needs to happen within 30 to 60 minutes of waking up, before your first meal. This is non-negotiable. You don't need to roll out of bed and sprint out the door, but the sooner you move, the more of that hormonal window you capture. Tip number 2. Walk for 20 to 45 minutes, not longer. Here's what surprises most people. Longer isn't always better. Research suggests the fat oxidation sweet spot during fasted walking is between 20 and 45 minutes. After that, your body starts producing more cortisol than is helpful, and that can actually trigger muscle breakdown and stress responses. 20 minutes is enough if it's truly fasted and at the right pace. 45 is the ceiling. You don't need an hour. You just need consistency. Tip number 3. Walk slower than you think you need to. This is the one that starts arguments, so let's address it head on. Walking slower actually burns more belly fat. Here's why. When you walk fast or jog, your body shifts toward burning glycogen because it needs quick energy. But when you stay at a conversational pace, what exercise scientists call zone 2, fat becomes the dominant fuel source, not carbs. If you can't speak a full sentence without gasping, you're going too hard. Slow down. I know it feels almost too easy. That's exactly the point. Tip number 4. Don't eat anything, not even just a little. I see people do this all the time. They wake up, eat half a banana or have a protein shake, and then head out for their fasted walk. Friends, that walk is no longer fasted. Even a small amount of food, especially anything with carbs or protein, triggers an insulin response. And once insulin rises, even slightly, it begins shutting the door on fat oxidation. Nothing. Not a bite. Not a sip of juice. This is the rule. Tip number 5. Drink black coffee or plain water, nothing else. Remember that tip I teased at the beginning, the counterintuitive one? Here it is. Black coffee before your fasted walk can actually accelerate fat burning. I know. Coffee before exercise sounds counterproductive to some people. But here's what the science shows. Caffeine increases the release of adrenaline, which signals your fat cells to break down fat and release it into the bloodstream as fuel. It essentially amplifies the fat oxidation effect of fasted walking. It also gives you energy without triggering any insulin response whatsoever, because black coffee has virtually 0 calories and 0 carbs. 1 small cup. No milk, no sugar, no oat milk, no, just a splash. Black. That's the rule. If you don't drink coffee, plain water is your next best option. Stay hydrated. Dehydration blunts fat metabolism. Quick question before we keep going. Have you ever tried walking on an empty stomach? Comment yes or no right now below. I'm genuinely curious how many of you have done this before and what your experience was. I read every comment. Now, I want to say something that's going to upset some people, and I'm standing by it. Fasted walking beats HIIT for belly fat loss. There, I said it. HIIT is incredible for cardiovascular fitness, calorie burn, and metabolic conditioning. I'm not dismissing it, but when it comes specifically to stubborn visceral belly fat, fasted, low-intensity walking in the morning fat oxidation window is more targeted, more sustainable, and easier to do every single day without destroying your body. HIIT raises cortisol dramatically. It burns glycogen, not fat, for most of the session, and it requires recovery days. Fasted walking, you can do it every morning. Your joints won't hate you. Your cortisol stays manageable, and your body burns fat the entire time. Disagree? Tell me in the comments. I want the debate. Here's what I want you to picture. 7 days from now, you've done this walk 7 mornings in a row. You haven't changed your diet. You haven't added a single extra workout. Just 20 to 45 minutes, fasted, zone 2 pace, within an hour of waking. Most people report feeling less bloated within the first 3 days. By day 7, clothes start to feel different around the midsection. It's not magic. It's just your body finally being given the conditions it needs to do what it was designed to do. This works, but only if you actually do it. Here's your challenge. Try this for exactly 7 days. Not a month, not 90 days, just 1 week. Fasted walk every morning, 20 to 45 minutes, conversational pace, black coffee or water only, within 60 minutes of waking, and then film yourself. Day 1 and day 7, drop your results in the comments, or just tell me you did it. I want to hear from you. If you want to know the exact morning routine I pair with this walk, what I eat after, how I structure the rest of my morning to keep fat burning going, that video is right here. Watch it next. And if this video was useful, hit subscribe. I put out new content every week that cuts through the noise and gives you what actually works. I'll see you in the next one.